How to get diagnosed for ADHD? How do you actually truly get diagnosed for ADHD? My wife ended up getting diagnosed with ADHD actually. So I have them down below. It's ADHD Online. There is a link there literally that you can go and get tested for ADHD. And here's why it's so important to get a diagnosis, because it literally opens up your life, and it's the first part, whether you go medication route or not, of understanding life. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. One of the most powerful things I think that is humanly possible is to actually get a diagnosis, to actually get diagnosed, to know what you're dealing with in life, possibly what you're struggling with in life, to start understanding how, like, even ADHD, for example, affects your relationships, how you have relationship pitfalls, your communication pitfalls. It helps you start to learn all of this. Even with ADHD is the addiction side of ADHD. There's so much that goes involved into it that getting a true diagnosis is everything. And one of the things is let's face it, a lot of times we don't know to where to even begin at. And so that's why I have them down below, and I started doing work with them. My wife took their test. It is an online test that you take. It's about an hour and a half that you end up taking it. And they will actually give you your diagnosis. And it's an in-depth test about your childhood, about things. It's designed to kind of outsmart you a little bit, because a lot of times people are like, well, what if I outsmart the test and I can just kink the results? No, you really actually can't. But then what the nice thing is that they will actually email you typically the next day, like they did with my wife, and let you know what the results are, and also, possible anxiety and all this, that they will also be able to hook you up with psychiatrists and psychologists and medication. All of this is now at your fingertips on the internet, wherever you live. And that is one of the most beautiful things I think that there is. This is something that was designed by doctors and therapists to help people, because it is a struggle. And a lot of times, especially even when I got diagnosed with ADHD, I'll tell you this, man, learning that I had ADHD and knowing how ADHD works in relationships, especially how we self-sabotage, how we fall into some of the wrong relationships, how we have the feeling of interpretation of things wrong, conversations wrong. Really understanding and learning a lot about ADHD, not just the medication route, but there's a lot of coping tools. Like with my anger, I have a very bad anger, and that's something that's common with ADHD. And I've learned how to go, not to blow up, how to take a walk, I can do to actually help calm myself back down, so that I'm not at the point where I want to just explode on somebody. And that is one of the best things about it. And so if you want to get tested for ADHD, click the link down below. Check them out. A great resource for anybody out there struggling who wants to get tested for ADHD, to find out if they have it and then go with the next steps. You can even take the results to this to your own psychiatrist, to your own doctor, to whoever you want to, and they will accept it too. And if they don't accept the results, guess what? You can call this company and they will actually call your doctor and talk to your doctor. They have not had a doctor yet turn their results down. So that's one of the most beautiful things about it. I think it's an amazing tool out there. I love to be partnered up with these guys and to share about it, because a lot of people do struggle with trying to get diagnosed. And hopefully this makes it a lot easier for everybody out there who wants to get diagnosed. And just don't forget that you matter.